tell me, before we start here, Terence, how many types of people are in the world?
Only two kinds of people in
And
the world.
what are they, Terence?
The Irish and those who'd love to be Irish. And some of them went to New York, they went to Boston.
Yeah.
But that's the capital of Ireland.
Yeah, of course, yes. Used to be Liverpool one time.
Oh yes, the Scouser town.
That's it.
But you know, there was a Texan arrived in Killarney one day, and he sat up in the carriage with the driver.
Yes.
And they were going around the park, and they were going along. He said to the driver was telling him about the famous house, Mucker's house, and what it cost in 1843. It cost £30,000 to build it, and he says, "Oh, it's like my back kitchen back home."
Yes.
So he went another little bit, and like that he was passing along another bit. He says, "What's this bridge?" I says, "It took us 4 years to build it, sir." He says, "We'd build it overnight back home."
Yes.
So they went up around the corner, and he said, "Now, sir, there you are. The wonderful, beautiful, exquisite lakes of Killarney.
Yes.
You know something, son?" He says, "If I had them lakes back home in Texas, I'd be the richest man in the world." And the old driver turned around, he says, "You know what you'll do, boss? You go back over there to Texas.
Yeah.
You buy yourself a big long horse pipe.
Yeah.
Put one end of it," he says, "in the lakes of Killarney,
Yeah.
and stick the other end in that mouth of yours. And if you can suck half as good as you're able to blow, you can have all the friggin' water you want."
He's full of shit, isn't he?
No.
What?
You can't be saying things like that.
He's full of shit.
We don't want any bad language. Right, here we go. This is my friend Terence McGoff from Killarney, and he's an expert on Puck Fair. That's right, Terence. Previously, were you a cattle rustler and a gigolo?
Well, you put it this way, you never and I've been at it.
We know that, yes.
Coming back to about Puck and the history of Puck, it goes back to the time of when the Normans invaded Ireland, came all the way on to the time of Cromwell, when General Ludlow raided,
Yes.
back in 1843 before, but the townspeople, it was only a little village at the time,
Yes.
but they just keep some goats
Yes.
on the hillside around, and on the night that they came up the river
Yes.
to plunder.
But was
town.
this coming up the river?
The Danes?
Or the Danes?
Yes, and the Normans, when they came
Yes.
up, the Normans actually, when they came up the river to
Yeah.
plunder the town,
Yes.
the goats, they came at night time, and from the knives of the armour and everything, the goats ran with panic.
Yeah.
Some of the goats had a bell on.
Right.
The ringing of the bell woke the townspeople, and all the townspeople got away.
Yes.
The town was plundered, but there was no life lost, and nobody hurt or nobody injured. They couldn't
Yeah.
find them, because the people had gone
Yes.
to the hill as well. And from that time, they've crowned a goat their king
The king.
every year on the 10th of August. He's crowned king. He's captured on the mountain
Yes.
about a month beforehand
Yes.
by one of the a family called, their name are the Joys. It is their tradition through
Yes.
the years to capture the best king puck that they can find. He's brought down and semi-tamed and fed, treated like royalty.
Yes.
There's a little girl that's made queen of the fair, and she'll crown the goat. They'll parade him through the town, and on 3 cheers they'll heist him to the 3 levels until he's in the throne. He'll reign over the town for 3 days and 3 nights.
Oh, grand. But that explains it perfectly, Terence.
Yes,
Thank you
because
very much.
During the time of the coronation of the Queen in England, they left the pubs open for 24 hours.
Yes.
And the local people in England were absolutely thrilled that these pubs were open, the local lads. But there was a lad from Killarney sitting outside the bar, and there was a lad from Killarney serving bar. And three or four of their mates, the English lads, came in, they stopped me, they said, "Fucking hell, mate, great, isn't it? You know, coronation of the Queen." He says, And the lad from Killarney stopped me, he said, "Gentlemen," he says, "I come from a little town away down the south of Ireland called Killarney. And every year," he says, "we crown a goat king of the town. And for 3 days, for 3 nights, the pub does not close." Well, he says, "I'd hate to see what we'll ever do if we'll ever crown a queen or a king in our country."
They'll be open 24 hours for the next 50 years, Terence. Thank you very much.
I'd like to have the short of the people of my country. Now,
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If there was a